Hello everybody, welcome here to Musicians Edition. I am Evan on the guitar, and in this video I wanted to do another one on chords for those rhythm guitarists or those acoustic players, a video to help you know all of your chord options when you're on guitar. So as a prerequisite, you should know basic chords and a bit about bar chords because we are going to talk about those. I'll explain them, but it's going to help you a lot if you are familiar with those and have played those shapes. We will look at some different pictures to help us, again, quickly find different options for chords we might need to play. So this is great if you are stuck on caged chords or some of those basic ones and want to break out and find more options, or to help you out with building progressions, or when you're learning songs, find the quickest jumps between those chords to be able to play it as comfortably as possible. So you should know at least 2 or 3 options of ways to form the same chord. So what I mean by that is you have to play a C chord, but you need to figure out where to play it at. So if you're up here on the fretboard and the only C you know is the open C, it's going to be a big jump if you have to go back all the way to here. So it's good to know different options for when you're playing a chord up here. I need a C chord close by. That's going to be an easy jump for me to do. Or again, just to help level up your progressions here. We're going to find all these chord options to help us out. So this is going to be done by looking through 2 pictures mainly. Let's go ahead and do this. So as I mentioned for the C chord, for example, so C has a very common shape that is from the caged chords or those easy open cowboy chords, whatever you call them. But we might want to have other options to play C. For example, we can play it here. We can also play it up here. So knowing those options is really going to help us out. And we're going to break down how to find each chord in all those different kinds of positions here. Starting off with, you should be familiar with these caged chords. Caged plus F. I always add an F because that's also just as common. These are the most common chords you can play on guitar. They're usually seen as easy to play options as well too. Those are your caged chords. What we're going to add to expand this is throwing in these barred chords on E and A that can be copy-pasted anywhere on the E and A strings, so it gives us chord options all the way up and down the fretboard. So if you can remember these 4 shapes, you can play a major or a minor chord up and down the fretboard, giving you these multiple options and new ways to play and find chords. So we're going to pair these 4 shapes, which we'll look a little bit more into in just a sec, with this other picture, which you should already really have this up on your wall if you don't. This is all the notes on the fretboard of the guitar named. I really recommend you have this for so many reasons, but this is one that you can go ahead and print out and use, stick it up on your wall. I still have mine up on my wall. Using this, we can find any note on our guitar, obviously, but also we can find any root note for a chord. And a root note is what we're going to use to play these bar chords for the E and the A strings. A root note is just usually the lowest or bottom note that the chord is going to be built off of. So for a C chord, the root note is C. For an A chord, the root note is A. For an E chord, the root note is E. And so on for all these. That is usually the lowest note we're playing, so that can usually be found on the E or the A string, whatever is the lowest note that we're playing as a part of our chord. So the E root note for the E minor chord is just E. And same if you went to A, it would just be A there. But if I use these bar chords, I can change my root note by just barring, for example, on the 3rd fret, which is G, and now I can make a G chord because I've moved my root note up to the 3rd fret. And that's all we're going to do here, is just slide this shape up and down, allowing us to copy and paste root notes and chords to any string we want to. So we will be looking at the E and the A string, so we're going to shrink this picture down a little bit to just look at the E and A notes. And these are our options that we're going to use for all of our chords, all the root notes. You can play chords based on the D string and even higher up, but the E and the A are the most common to get the most notes played and the nicest, fullest sounding chords. So we're going to focus on those. So now the name of the game with these 2 pictures is you find the root note on this picture with the full fretboard, or just the E and the A strings in this example. And then we're going to say, what shape do we need for that note? Is that note on the E string? We're going to use the E string shapes. Is that note on the A string? We're gonna use the A string shapes, and I can get a major or minor chord anywhere on this guitar. And then when I look at this full thing of notes, I have a progression in front of me of the chords in this song. I can think about where are those easiest jumps by just looking at the shortest distance between these root notes to kind of plan out what I'm gonna play. So looking back at these root notes, just to make sure we all know how to play these, the E string major is just the E major chord shape, just with a barred finger, and now that same shape played out as well. So that is 2nd fret, or in this case, if you're barring on F, that is going to be 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, with the F played on that 1st fret. So 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, all the way through. And then we just slide, and on the 2nd fret, we get F sharp. So we're just following this fretboard here. 3rd fret, we get G. Then G sharp or A flat, A, jump up to the 7th, that's B, we get C on the 8th, keep on jumping up, and we end up back at E on the 12th fret, that is 1 octave up from the low E we played here. So every chord option from E up to the higher E, so that is every single musical note we can play the chord of on this low E string. That was majors, and now for minors, we just lift up 1 finger, and we just play these 2 here for F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, and E minor. So I have a major chord and a minor chord all along the E string, but with this, we could be jumping from, say, a D chord, which is way up here, and we have to go down to a G chord. This is a long slide, so that's why we add in the A string, so that we can have some quicker jumps. Instead of sliding back and forth, sometimes we'll jump up and down to find those quicker movements. So on the A string, we look at these 2 shapes. These are just the A major and A minor shapes. So I can bar anywhere, for example, on this 1st fret, and I need to play 2 frets higher with 3 fingers, just like that, and you can see the shape for it there too. My root note right there, that's that lowest note I'm playing, in this case A sharp on the 1st fret, and there is my A sharp major chord. Slide up to B on the 2nd fret, C on the 3rd, D on the 5th, E on the 7th. We can play all these sharps and flats in between too, and we can go all the way up to this higher A major chord 1 octave up on the 12th fret, filling in everything between with a major shape. We can do the same with a minor chord on the A string as well too. Here's how that minor chord shape changes. You can see those 2 there. We're sliding 1 finger over to make that A minor shape on A sharp, on B, on C, D, and all the way up to A minor. Okay, so that is the chord diagram for each 4 of those. You just have to remember that, or again, put this one up on your wall so you always have it there. But it's a good habit to get this one memorized so you are quicker through this. So you have all of those barred majors on the E or on the A, and you have all those barred minors as well. That can be slid and copy pasted anywhere. So that now gives you a bunch of options to work with. You had those caged cowboy chords that we looked at first, the caged plus F. Those are usually the first chords everybody learns. We're expanding past that by playing all these other major and minor chords by using the E and A string bar chorded shapes. So 2 pictures we went over today that will help you know how to play chords anywhere on your guitar, give you a bunch of options to play for whatever reason you might need it. We can look at a chord progression to kind of apply this of how we can plan out our movements here. So let's go ahead and look at one really quick before we finish up. So let's say a song has 4 chords in it. It is C, D minor, B minor, and G. So let's say that is what we see for our song. We need to look at our fretboard. Let's look at the picture one more time of the E and the A strings and plan out where are those 4 notes so I can figure out the easiest way to play these. I could play some of these openly as caged chords, but what you'll find is if you're barring some and then going open on some others, it's a really big hand movement. So sometimes it makes sense to bar all the way through if your hand can take it, because it's going to be less movement on the fingers or shifting of the hand around. So if I bar all of these, I can find where's the spots where all 4 of these are closest together so I can make these jumps. Well, we can find C, D, B, and G all around each other around the 3rd fret. So that's the C I'm going to play to start things off. I'm going to play C major on that 3rd fret barred. You can see that's where C is, and I'm just applying that A major bar shape that we looked at earlier. And for D minor, I'm just going to slide up to D, which is where? On the 5th fret of the A string. And I can play that A minor shape that was barred and just slide it right there on D. So I went from that C major shape, and now I just slide up, slide that 1 finger over for the D minor, and then for B minor, slide on back to B on the 2nd fret. And to finish things off, I need a G. G is on the 3rd fret of the E string right there. So I need my E string shape for G major. And there it is. So that is a nice cluster of these 4 chords here, here, back there, and here, and I'm just applying these shapes to it to be able to play this comfortably. So again, that is C major to D minor to B minor to G major. So very similar shapes that are just getting slid around. And that gets our progression. So that is how we can approach this, whether you are making your own chords, whether you're just following chords from a song and you need to know what's the easiest shapes and distance to put between it. You know, have your options. We can look at, again, where we had C at the 3rd fret. We could have also played C on that 8th fret of the low E string. We could have decided to play an open C as a part of caged as well too, but I don't really like having to do so much of a caged open chord then back to a bar. So we have all those options though for whatever fits your needs. So I hope this helps you be able to learn and understand chords on your guitar. Have fun jamming, and we'll see you next time.